Go ahead now, my dear friend from Portland Eastern.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I too am compelled to make a contribution in relation to the standing orders. There has been many things said by members who have participated, but I just wish to say that there are young people who are watching. There are young people who will find their place and a sense of identity from this very room. There are young members in this parliament that have brought a new dynamic to the parliament in a positive light. I will only say to my colleagues on both sides that, when it comes to mentorship, when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to a sense of integrity, which is doing the right thing when nobody is watching, the political pageantry is preventing us from advancing the business of Jamaica. Yes, in relation to in relation to race, culture, gender, all of these things are significant because we are reflections of out of many one. I have raised in private that there is serious dislike for how women are treated in this parliament, including from the elder to the younger. If we bring race into it, if we bring politics, all of this is something that is detracting from the best contributions that can come from each and every one of us. The standing orders, nonetheless, is something, even as it is being amended, revamped, reviewed with a view to improve the parliament. I'm inviting all members to take time to actually look what is inside the standing orders. This is an indictment on the entire parliament to which I am a part of. It makes us, when young people stop me and say, MP, what is going on? Why are you trying to tell us that we are to respect ourselves when there's no respect? And it's individually and it is collectively. I am only urging members, because this is not to single out any one member or to differentiate from the speaker. We all got a mandate to be here. The respect that is to come from all of us is one where we appreciate that as we make our contributions, sometimes if we listen, we're saying the same things. Sometimes if we take a minute to look what is inside the standing orders, maybe we wouldn't be so quick to oppose. Maybe we wouldn't be so quick to think that we have to participate and say something. And it can be most embarrassing when at the end of it, there is something that is called internal locus of control and external locus of control. We are individuals, and I can say this, I would never disrespect anybody in this house to say nobody have sense. I don't believe that. And because we have contributions to make in our own expertise, maybe if we sometimes wait until it reaches what we know, Damien is not here, but when math is on the floor, I sit. That type of exchange advances the country. There is a new dynamic where I think that emotions is ruling this parliament. And collectively, until it changes, we are the king's parliament. Collectively, both sides, opposition, government. And I will only say that the disrespect, whether it's on mic, off mic, it's heard in spaces, and it is most embarrassing. If we do a reset following the review of the standing orders, the hope is that the country's business can be done, and a lot of the time that is wasted, much ado about nothing, is something that maybe I will hear, Madam Speaker, can we suspend idleness and get on with the government's business? And that is my humble contribution. Thank you.
House Leader.
Madam Speaker, I thank the members for their contribution, and I will say that based on the last contribution from the member from Eastern Portland, I am going to cauterize some of what I have to say in reply. But, Madam Speaker and members, as we move this motion to review the standing orders, and as members have said, this gives us an opportunity to reset, to look at areas where there may be gaps and to fill those areas, to look at conventions that should be elevated to standing orders and courtesies that should be elevated to standing orders. I remind the members that as we seek to do that, there are standing orders in place. And those standing orders govern this House. And as the member from East Portland rightly said, you do get the clear impression that a number of the members have not read the standing orders and as such act in a manner that is in direct opposition to the standing orders. And let me start on that point. The standing orders gives the Speaker the authority to rule on matters, all matters, in relation to this House. Once the Speaker makes a ruling, you may not like the ruling. You may think that the ruling is unfair or unreasonable, but the Speaker has ruled. And once the Speaker has ruled, then that ruling must be adhered to. Now, there are a multiplicity of opportunities outside of this House to make the point that you do not agree with the Speaker's ruling, to make the point that you think you're being unfairly treated. But to bang on the desk, to stand, to sing in the House, that is bringing the House into disrepute. And it is lowering our collective image in the eyes of the well-thinking members of the public. It should not happen. It should not be countenanced. Saying you want to be heard and you want justice and banging on the desk after the Speaker has ruled should never happen in this House. There are so many other avenues to make that point without disregarding the rules of the House. And again, we must be clear because the rules are clear. Standing Order 4, the Speaker shall preside over the meetings of the House, and the Speaker shall